caught me off guard.
Okay, can I have your attention? I'm going to ask our clerk if he would do roll call, please.
Town of Vidalia Board of Aldermen roll call for a regular meeting of the Mayor and Board of Aldermen dated October 8, 2019. Alderman Betts.
Present.
Alderwoman Dorey.
Present.
Alderman Gardner.
Here.
Alderman McCoy.
I'm present. They wanted me to pray. Here.
Mayor, let the record show a quorum of the board is present.
Okay. All right, first item on our to take care of is approval of our minutes. We have two previous meetings. We have a regular meeting of September the 10th, and also we had a special meeting on August the 20th. Is there any questions on the minutes?
I make the motion we approve both as presented.
Okay, motion's made. Do I hear a second?
I second.
I think I heard Alderman Probst second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, first item on our agenda is review of the financial statements for August of 2019. I'm going to defer to our CPA, Ms. Moak.
All right, the financial statements have been presented to the board and to the department heads for the 2 months ending August the 31st. The cash at the end of August showed $7.2 million. The investments were at $3.8 million. The receivables were at $2.4 million. Total assets were $33.7 million. Total liabilities were $5.6 million. The excess of revenue over expenses was $273,000. The ending fund balance was $28 million. The income statement showed total combined revenues of $6.3 million. Total expenditures were $6.1 million, and the change in net position was the $273,000. I did a comparison so that you could kind of look at the previous year to see how we stood at the same time last year. And in 2018, that was when we had the sale of the industrial facility, so our revenue was up by $4 million, and we had the payoff on the line of credit, or on the loan, which was 2.5. Those were non-reoccurring events. In 2019, the total revenues and expenses are not as high as they were, but the expense of the hydro rebates are included in the total expenditures, which we haven't paid them yet, but they are included in the expense, so that's why the change in net position is down from where we were even last month. The port construction is still at a halt, but this phase is expected to be completed by January. The road construction is in the preliminary stages, and engineering costs are the only expenditures that are being recognized at this time. The FEMA process has begun for the town, but it is not known what projects they will approve for the 75-25% matching funds at this time. The budget to actual overall comparison indicates that we're on target, and the auditors have completed their field work and should be on time filing their report with the legislative auditor.
Okay, anybody have a question for Ms. Moak? Okay, thank you, Deborah. Appreciate that very much. Okay, moving on to our occupational license applications. The first one we have is as many of y'all know, that the old Promise Hospital took a bankruptcy. However, they were bought, and I'm proud to say that they were bought by very good, reliable owners, and kept a lot of the same staff. I see Mike Harrell's here tonight with River Bridge, and they made the application for, put everything in their name, and just a matter of getting everything right and giving an occupational license, getting the utilities swapped over and things of that nature. And this is them applying for that. Would you like to say anything, Mike, to the crowd about what y'all are doing? And
we're just glad to be here. I've been with Promise for 5 years. Century Care, Chris Chief, as our new owner, majority owner of it. And his commitment is to give back to the community and make good on promises years past. Just moving forward, work hard, and just do provide quality health care for the community. Anything we can do, we're here. We look forward to working with you guys.
I want to say that they're more locally owned than what they were before. I think the previous owners were somewhere out west, and they had issues. All the money y'all made, I think y'all were shipping it right out, going out west to take care of other things, but they're under good ownership and good leadership, and I think, can I entertain a motion to accept this?
I make that motion.
Motion made by Alderman Gardner. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Dorey. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank y'all very much. Next, we have the House of Hope Christian Missions. This is the thrift shop that used to be up here across from McDonald's. I think everybody knows where that is. And this, are they here tonight? Okay. I think one of the things they do is support the organizations that work for needy families. They don't have their permanent sign yet, but they will be applied for in a couple months as they work to do that. Is there any questions on this application?
I make the motion to approve.
Motion made by Alderman Dorey. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Betts. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. This is a change of address only on a occupational license. We had approved this one at a previous meeting. Vital Infusion of Miss Slew, LLC, has had an address change, and they did come to make an application for that address change. Do I hear a motion we accept that?
I'll make that motion.
Motion made by Alderman Gardner. Here a second. Second by Alderman Probst. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
The next we will talk about just a little bit. It's called Eco ATM LLC. It's going to be located inside the Walmart here in Vidalia. They have made application for occupational license there, and basically what they're doing, they are buying back cell phones, and there is a kiosk there that people can go and you actually plug your phone into these different things, and it analyzes it, and they pay you money, cash right there for old phones and so forth. It also can recognize if one, I don't know how, but the technology's there. I think Jay had a better explanation of it than I do, if it's detecting if there's a stolen phone or somebody trying to get cash off of a stolen phone. And John might even know more, but I just thought there might be some questions on this, what that is. And I have no idea about the...
They also said, just to elaborate, that some phones, they're too old or beyond, they might say there's no cash tag. They will allow them to put them in the kiosk to recycle. So supposedly they plug in, and they can determine through that, serial number, what the age of it is and things like that. And if they do pay cash, that kiosk pays the customer cash itself. It's not like a ticket they cash at Walmart. So they pay cash, but they have to provide a valid ID. He takes a picture. And I was talking to Officer Cowan, Assistant Chief Cowan, that they do work with local police departments in case the police department says, look, we might have a stolen phone, we might need a device that might have been put in there. They can remotely open it, or the rep comes down to open that kiosk for the police department. So I think they pick up on a weekly basis. So they also, I think they also will, it's MP3 players, some tablets if they're not too large, but not like laptops.
Is there any questions? Okay, there.
Make the motion.
Motion made by Alderman Dorey. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Second by Alderman Betts. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. There's no outdoor sign applications. On item number 3, we'll go to item number 4, and we are introducing the ordinance amending Chapter 6 of the ordinance of number 664, the Town of Vidalia Code of Ordinances pertaining to animals. So that is being introduced tonight, and a month from now we will be discussing the ordinance at length. So tonight is just an introduction, no discussion tonight. So that introduction is made. Now, on item number 5, the update on the status of street and sewer projects related to the 2018-19 flood. We are, everything's been turned in. The estimates have been done on what it's going to take to fix those things that we think to fix a lot of things permanently. A lot of those involve pumping stations for stormwater runoff around District 2. Sloughs in District 2, isn't it?
But the real situation is in 1 that we talked about.
Oh, yeah. But we've got, and also, this is also in increasing our sewer capacity to be able to handle increasing our lift station at Azalea Street, and also the effluent line coming out of our sewer ponds going to the Mississippi River, our effluent lines, because what's happening when we're having the high water, the seepage water is getting into our sewer line, and we're basically treating river water and rainwater instead of actual sewer. So that's one of the things that this is going to really alleviate a lot of items in District 1 where you do live. It will help in some of the sewer issues that we've been having down in that District 1. So if we have a rain or high water, a lot of those residents will tell you it's slow or they have real issues down there. So this will help alleviate those things. Also, our streets, they're going to be here tomorrow. They're going to be boring in the streets to come up with what the level of resurfacing they need to be doing on those that are involved just with the seepage. The rest of our street projects are ongoing, and those will be being put out to bid pretty quick, and so you should start seeing a lot of our streets being overlaid. So I'm not happy with the process of how long it's taken, but when you're fooling with a lot of this stuff, it just takes time, and I think everybody's going to be real proud of the number of streets we're going to be able to fix, I believe. So, Lee, you want to add anything to that as far as the streets and the sewer? I know that
we're waiting on the, like you said, more project. We know exactly what they need to do to the streets. We should know something in the next couple of days on that project.
And if anybody wants a list of the streets that are on the are being scheduled for overlay, you're welcome to come by City Hall. We give them to you and show them what's on the list as far as to be, doing a lot of work on. Question, Randy?
Yeah, does that include the Carter Street to Main Road?
The Carter, that's been a frustration. They actually called me back in August and told me, and I actually called so everybody be informed that they were coming on August the 23rd, putting out signs, marking everything, and then they were going to start construction on August the 26th. Well, here we are. Now, when I try to get an answer, they're saying with the elections and everything's running, lieutenant governor, all these different elections are going on. Everybody's just kind of running, trying to do their thing, and I don't get that. But I'm trying to get an answer on when are they actually going to do it. So.
I wonder if you could just get them to come and grind.
Pardon?
Grind some of those humps out.
Oh, they're bad, no doubt. There's no doubt. There's some, but.
It's getting pretty bad, but I know it is what it is.
But, well, I'll be glad to update. We'll probably be having a special meeting later on this month, and I'll be getting with everybody to try to get information on that and either put on our website or our Facebook page and let everybody know what's going on that. Has anybody got any questions on our sewer or road related projects?
Mayor, I want to add something.
Okay.
Those city streets that are considered truck routes will be reinforced more to handle that weight. Wilson Street happens to be one of them. Riverside happens to be another one. Are we addressing any more as far as truck traffic?
No, as far as the truck route, that's the only ones as far as the actual designated truck route.
And after I get out of office, we take it off rivers, take it off my street.
We need to come up with a different option if we're going to do that, because right now that's the only option that we've got as far as, you can't go down the riverfront because you've got.
It can't handle it. It can't handle it.
Well, I mean, we've got issues there. It's going to need addressing pretty quick because you've got some of the roads on either our riverfront just starting to have some, things that need to be grinded down as well. Like Randy was talking about, some of those things need to be addressed, and we will address those because that needs. But right now, the only other route is to go through in front of the school, and you got school traffic there in the mornings, and it's just. And if you go down the other way, you can't actually make that turn to go back into those other neighborhoods to get out. So until there's I just don't see where else it could go.
Are we going back with the original idea that was voted down earlier about expanding the corner of Wilson and Riverside?
I know the owner of the house on that corner there, and I'm hoping that he will allow us to completely redo all that area in there and also cut back that and widen that, and they're going to really reinforce all that turning there, because that takes a lot of pressure from those trucks and all, making it safer for people to see coming into that sharp curve. So
what about the speed, not the speed bump, but there was like a speed table that we discussed?
We had talked about a table. And I'll go in and address this. There's been some requests for speed bumps in different areas of our neighborhoods, but I think our law enforcement, our fire departments, any of those people, that respond in trucks, and also residents, you know, they don't like the idea of speed bumps because of, if they're in a hurry to get somewhere, you know, they're held up too, and the danger of them, somebody's getting treated in an ambulance and they're trying to get an IV in somebody's arm, they hit a speed bump trying to get them to, you know, save their lives. It's just an issue. I feel like we should work stronger with communication with law enforcement. If there's an area of your town that's got some, you know, habitual running stop signs, speeding, so forth, call up the police department. I'm sure I see a lot of times when I've been over there, they got areas on their chalkboard that says extra patrol on these streets. So, I mean, if anybody's having those issues, I feel like if we'll just communicate with them, they will put those extra patrols there to kind of slow those things down, so.
But I was talking just mainly about the commercial route.
Just the commercial route?
Yeah, just that one speed table that we had talked about right there in Riverside.
We can certainly look and consider that. And they said it's just strictly, that's more for trucks, have a harder time going. Your regular passenger vehicles, it's almost a non-event to them, but for a long vehicle with a load, yeah, it'll rock them pretty good, I think, so.
That'll slow them down before they hit that turn, is what the thought process is.
So.
Okay.
And as far as our sewer projects, they're pretty obvious in town. The one by Johnny Mays up there, y'all seen it. I think it's not going to be quite as a costly repair there as what we thought. There's one on McCoy Lane. There's also one down on Wallace Circle. And there's another one on, Ricky, can you remember? We have Wallace Circle, McCoy Lane, the one by Johnny Mays. I think there's one more somewhere over on Willow Street. Over on Willow, I think there's some ground falling in back there. So that's the ones that's right now that we have on task to fix. So.
And John Dale, of course.
Right. Well, you're talking about streets, aren't you?
Streets, the sewer, everything's going bad on John Dale.
Yeah. So, anyway, any other questions on that? Okay, now item number 6 on our agenda is the board approval for a new replacement hire for Vidalia Police Department, Miss Daphne Cooper, a full-time dispatcher. Is there any questions on that? And this just needs approval from the board to accept that position.
It's listed as a replacement. You had one quit?
Yeah.
How many dispatchers do you have without Daphne in place?
Y'all always had 4 dispatchers, correct? You've had 4 dispatchers, correct?
Right.
And the reason being, before, again, go explain it to them so they'll understand.
Take 4 12-hour shifts.
They work 12-hour shifts on 2-day rotations,
Right.
which is why we need 4.
3 days.
I make the motion to approve.
Motion made by Alderman Doherty, do I hear a second? Alderman Probst, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, now, item number 7 on our agenda. We have no items on the agenda after this, but is to enter into executive session for personnel matter related to the police department. You're welcome to stay, but chances are when we come out, we'll probably adjourn. But I am inviting you to stay if you'd like until that time. So at this time, we're going to adjourn. I
make the motion to enter into executive.
I just wanted to notify them. Hold on.
I need to leave one motion.
Go on a second. The reason is?
To go into executive session for, my apologies.
Personnel.
For personnel matter related to the Vidalia Police Department. You're welcome.
Okay. Now, motion was made. The second was by Mr. Alderman Gardner. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Pledge or something under this.
Okay, I would like to entertain a motion for us to exit executive session.
Also move.
Moved by Alderman McCoy. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Alderman Betts. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
We all okay?
We're back in, we're back out of, we're back in session.
Council, you ready?
That was McCoy, right? Betts?
Yes.
No.
Council, I also move that the discussion that was held during executive session, that we move forward with the police chief's recommendation on termination.
And that's for approval of termination.
Yes, sir.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Any board discussion? Here's all vote.
By roll call?
That'd be a roll call.
I'm gonna ask clerk to do roll call.
Roll call.
Alderman Betts.
Yes.
Alderman Betts votes yes. Alderman Dorey.
Yay.
Dorey votes yes. Alderman Gardner.
Against.
Alderman Gardner votes no. Alderman McCoy.
I'm for it.
Alderman McCoy votes yes. Alderman Probst. Against it. Alderman Probst votes no. Mayor, let the record show that the yeas are 3, the nays are 2. The motion passes.
Okay, do I hear a motion to adjourn?
I make that motion.
Motion made. Second, all in favor say aye.
Second, where's the second?
Who was the second? I think it's Alderman Betts.
Second.
Okay, Alderman Probst. We're adjourned.